Pick up any ruler near you right now. Look at the very beginning of it, right before the 0 mark. There is a small gap, a blank space, a centimeter of nothing sitting right at the edge before the numbers even begin. You have seen it your entire life. You probably never thought about it once. But here is what will genuinely bother you. The vast majority of people, adults, students, professionals, place that physical edge of the ruler against whatever they are measuring. Not the 0 line, the edge, which means almost every measurement most people have ever taken in their entire life has been slightly wrong. And the ruler knew. It was trying to warn you the whole time. Welcome to Everyday Mysteries. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you will discover that this tiny blank space is one of the most quietly brilliant design decisions in the history of everyday objects. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Here is the first reason that blank space exists, and it is something ruler designers figured out centuries ago. A ruler lives a brutal life. It gets scraped against metal zippers, dropped on hard floors, knocked against desk edges, shoved into bags 1,000 times. And every single time that happens, the physical corners of the ruler take damage. Tiny chips, micro splinters, invisible wear. Now, here is the critical question. What happens if the 0 mark sits exactly at that vulnerable physical edge? Every chip, every scratch, every tiny piece of material lost from that corner permanently changes your starting point. A ½ millimeter of damage at the edge becomes a ½ millimeter of error in every single measurement that follows. And that error compounds with every use. The blank space is a buffer zone, a deliberately engineered gap that absorbs all the damage life throws at the ruler, while keeping the 0 mark sitting safely behind it, untouched, perfectly accurate. No matter how badly the edge gets destroyed, here is something fascinating that happens before your ruler even reaches your hands. Rulers are manufactured in massive batches. Hundreds of thousands are produced daily on high-speed factory lines. Large flat sheets of wood, plastic, or metal are printed with measurement scales and then sliced down to individual ruler size by automated cutting blades moving at extraordinary speed. Now, imagine asking a machine moving at that speed to cut perfectly flush against a printed 0 line every single time without accidentally slicing into the line itself. At a mass production scale, that precision is nearly impossible to guarantee consistently. The blank space solves this elegantly. It gives the cutting blade a margin of error. If the blade cuts a fraction too early or too late, it cuts harmlessly into space. The 0 mark sits safely behind it, completely untouched. The ruler reaches you perfectly accurately every single time. That blank space is not wasted material. It is an engineering solution hiding in plain sight. Here is the part that will genuinely surprise you. This is not a modern invention. Ancient Egyptian measuring rods, used to build the pyramids over 4,000 years ago, had protective margins built into their starting edges. Egyptian engineers understood that the physical edge of a measuring tool was its most vulnerable point, and they built in protection accordingly. The same principle that helped align the Great Pyramid of Giza with extraordinary precision is the same principle sitting quietly at the edge of your school ruler today. Here is why this matters beyond your homework. In construction and engineering, a ruler error of just 1 millimeter per measurement compounds dramatically across a large project. A building planned across hundreds of measurements with consistent edge errors can end up meters off alignment. Bridges, tunnels, aircraft components. Every precision industry in the world obsesses over measurement starting points for exactly this reason. NASA engineers working on spacecraft components measure starting points to fractions of a millimeter. Because in aerospace engineering, a measurement error the size of that blank ruler space can mean the difference between a successful mission and a catastrophic failure. That tiny gap is not just about your homework. It is about the fundamental reliability of human measurement itself. So here's what that blank space actually is. It is a damage absorber protecting your 0 mark from a lifetime of wear. It is a manufacturing safety net giving cutting blades room to breathe. It is an ancient engineering principle used to build the pyramids, and it is a silent reminder that you should be measuring from the 0 line, not the edge. So next time you pick up a ruler, do not put the edge against what you are measuring. Find the 0. Start there. Measure correctly. The way the ruler was always trying to tell you. This is Everyday Mysteries. If this changed how you will use a ruler forever, hit subscribe button,